Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Views from the Two, episode 7. We got a special guest in the house, man. How you doing, bro? Jason, man?
All right, man.
It's good to see you, man. OKC fan from Philadelphia. Hey, we got some stuff to talk about, man. But first off, ding dong, your bus is gone. Ding dong, your bus is gone. Ding dong, your bus is gone. Yes, he is gone, and Magic is in. I just had to say that, man.
Hey, man, Magic. Hopefully, Magic can, do better than Jim Buss. I mean, then again, anything's better than Jim Buss. Anybody who covers Robert Sacre more than your life is better than Jim Buss.
Oh man, dude! Like we're gonna get into that one and talk about the state of the Lakers. I know you. Whatever state that is. But you're in greener pastures because you got one of the best players in basketball,
Russell Westbrook.
And we're gonna get into those OKC Thunder because we haven't talked that much about the Thunder, and we should because Westbrook, probably the biggest All-Star snub ever for an All-Star starter, and we're gonna get to that and then talk about how the Thunder are looking post-trade. But we got to get into this trade deadline first, and remember, Bye Felicia is coming soon. We got some things to talk about, but hey, man, we gotta talk this trade deadline.
All right.
A lot of big moves were made. The biggest move of all made was the biggest steal in NBA history and the dumbest move in NBA history at the same time. The New Orleans Pelicans acquiring the DeMarcus Cousins, pretty much for nothing, for
a bag of chips.
Yeah, for a bag of chips and a ride to the airport. So that that was pretty much it. What are you obviously were thinking that's your biggest winner. The Pelicans your biggest winner.
Definitely.
Take us through that, man. What do you think about that trade, man?
Well, I was kind of floored when I seen it because I was honestly hoping that Oklahoma City might make a move for him.
Okay.
And unfortunately weren't. And then you team him up with Anthony Davis, who's possibly who was All-Star game MVP and one of the best big men in the league.
Yeah.
I feel like they are going to bring the big man back. It's going to be a love for big men because over the last 10, 15 years, the love has been to the guards. You go back to the AI days, Steve Francis, Baron Davis. You come, evolving to Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook. Point guards and two guards have been the thing. Wings have been the thing. Now you go up, you got a guy like Boogie Cousins and AD playing on the same block or playing on opposite.
Twin Towers too.
Times two.
Yeah.
I look at it as if they're able to get their feet up under them, then I could see them making a lot of noise. Maybe not this year, but definitely next season where they are literally just running through teams because you can't stop those two big men.
Yeah, and you look at AD and Cousins. I think they're two or four players in the league averaging 25 and 10.
Yep.
They're gonna hit the boards. Cousins' deal runs him to the end of next season.
So he's for an entire year.
You have a good rental. You just wonder how that's going to fare out if Cousins and AD are willing to play together. If they can get that together and then just get another shooter, another guy who just gets you buckets, like a Bradley Bealish kind of guy who does not miss.
Wouldn't it have been cool if they were able to have re-signed Eric Gordon, and they would have had Eric Gordon and Drew Holiday in the backcourt with Boogie and AD up front?
Man,
that would have been a legit team. But unfortunately, they had to move on from Eric Gordon, and now look what he's doing in Houston.
And speaking of Houston, that to me, I got to vouch for Houston when they made that move for Lou Williams. Man,
tough.
We talk Spurs and we talk Warriors, and that's how we talk in the West. But now, how I'm looking, you got to say the Rockets now have something to say in the West because they have that bench player now. Who you look at the Spurs bench, you look at the Warriors bench. They don't have anybody dangerous like that coming off the bench to count to get those critical second quarter minutes to make a strike. Lou Williams alone can lead a 15-0 run.
Well, Lou Williams is definitely that. He's to me when it comes to six men, it's Jamal Crawford, Lou Williams.
Yeah.
But if you want to be honest about it, with the Spurs do have Jonathan Simmons. He's no Lou Williams or Jamal Crawford.
Absolutely not.
But Lou Williams is going to be able to come in, and not only can he handle the ball, but he's deadly off the catch and shoot.
Yeah.
He's going to he gives what do you call it? He gives Harden another shooter, and they're already chucking up 43s a game. So now, you give them another guy that's going to shoot the three, then, they're literally going to be able to challenge Spurs and Golden State in the West.
D'Antoni is reliving his son's days with this move. When we talk about all these trades, and I got to look at the biggest loser. Obviously, the Kings. To me, we had talked earlier and had the Knicks as the worst franchise, right? Right now in sports with their mess going on. But the Kings, they just been a consistent, epitome of failure. The worst freaking trade they can ever, and then they traded the guy within the freaking I can understand if you send him to the East, and you get peanuts, but you send him to like New Orleans can come around next year and embarrass you at Sleep Train Arena, and make life a living hell for the Kings. It's already a living hell, but it can even get worse for Vlade Divac, who's in the Phil Jackson mode of front office management right now. So
I don't know. Personally. Why do you go off and open up a brand new arena and trade your best player away in that same season that you opened up a brand new arena? That was stupid. Then you traded him away and you get nothing back.
Yeah.
Now Sacramento's full of guards that nobody wants. You got Ty Lawson, Derek Collison, Galloway, Ben McLemore, Buddy Hield, Tyreek Evans. The list goes on. Nobody wants those guys. The only good thing I can see in Sacramento is Willie Cauley-Stein. He's maybe only the best thing there. Yeah. And it's like they literally said, you know what, we're going to go ahead and give you whatever you want for this guy. So that means, and then Vlade Divac comes out and says he got two better trades before them. What were they? Because I'm pretty sure that you could have traded me, and I would have made a bigger difference than any of those guys out there right now. Because it's just like,
well, Vladdy's sticking true. He flops so much on the court, and he's flopping in the front office, man.
Oh my goodness, that was like the worst trade ever. I don't think Phil Jackson could have got any. Phil Jackson can't do worse than that, because if he could, Melo has to waive his no trade clause.
Yeah.
And so you go and trade this guy for nothing, and now you put him with one of the best power forwards in the league, and him and AD, Boogie and AD, I think they're going to wreak havoc. I think they're going to, once they get their feet under them, I think they're going to basically wreak havoc, because one is going to lead the league in scoring, or they're going to step their scoring up.
Yeah.
The other guy is going to possibly lead the league in field goal percentage. They're going to be getting so many easy buckets at the rim.
How formidable will they be against the Warriors if they get to those playoffs?
They won't get swept. They won't get. I feel like you're going to have to deal with them.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins and AD going up against Zaza and Green. It'll be fun to see.
Size is their weakness. And,
it'll be fun to see.
Pelicans have plenty of size and plenty of boards to take, and rebounds are critical. But hey, it's a lot of craziness at the trade deadline, but we also have a lot of craziness going on inside the NBA on TNT with JaVale McGee and Shaq going on. We're gonna get back. We're gonna get to that when we get back. When we get back from Views from the Two, we're gonna talk some JaVale McGee Shaq beef. This has gotten really ugly, and we both have our own little takes on it, and we're gonna dive into that and see what we can dissect from this. And stay tuned. Bye Felicia's coming soon. What you want, what you need, some Bye Felicia. So stay tuned. Views from the Two. Hey everybody, welcome back to Views from the Two. Did I forget to mention that Ding Dong Jim Buss is gone? Yeah. Ding Dong Jim Buss is gone, baby. I'm cool now. Jason, hey, you've already been a godsend for the show, man. Like Stephen A. Smith says about Aaron Rodgers. I know you're a Packers fan. He's a bad man on this episode, man. I gotta give it to you, man. But hey, this is an interesting topic. I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. But we gotta talk about this Shaq JaVale McGee feud, man. And just what the hell is going on with these guys? Like Shaq has been torturing JaVale McGee for ages. On Shaq and the Fool. And JaVale McGee has deserved it with all the gaffes he's done, especially when he's with the Nuggets and stuff. But recently, JaVale McGee's been a little quiet on the Warriors. He's been coming off the bench, doing little things here and there. And Shaq is still, I know JaVale McGee has some controversial comments, to get at Shaq, saying Shaq in the C word and stuff like that. we try to keep it cool. You know, only Akeem is the one that's running his mouth and saying nah. But I'll see you soon, Akeem. I gotta ask you, man. Like in this feud, and they had a huge Twitter beef. Whose side are you taking in this, man? Like it could go either way. I mean, Shaq's been over the top, but JaVale has been a little bit thin-skinned about it. And then you got the Warriors playing Mama and Papa for him. You know, it's like kind of coming in trying to smooth things out. What you think about that?
I side with Shaq.
Okay.
I side with Shaq because I just like Shaq and the Fool. Actually, I like the show. So I mean, watching JaVale McGee do something crazy has become the norm.
JaVale McGee.
Exactly. But then again, you got to look at it also is that he used to bag on Kendrick Perkins as well.
Yeah.
I'm a Thunder fan, so I watch those weird like 8-foot jump shots that Kendrick Perkins would
he had the same mean face like.
Exactly. He'd take like 15 steps before he shot a jump shot, and he'd look around like, "What? What do you mean? I took 15 steps." So no, I kind of side with Shaq on this one. It's fun, and if you like, in a sense, I look at it in the whole T.O. controversy. When T.O. pulled the Sharpie out, I think it was in Seattle. If you don't like him, stop it.
Yeah.
In the sense of it, if you don't like what Shaq is doing, stop doing dumb stuff. Yeah. Just play ball.
Rise to the occasion.
You're a dude who is a high percentage shooter. Shoot, dunk the ball, block a shot. Find the open outlet, the open man. Stop giving it to the other teams and the referee, like in the guy in the third row stands.
Oh man, he's had some crazy stuff.
So
with the Wizards and Nuggets, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but then again, Shaq gets on all those guys.
Yeah.
I kind of used to question Shaq because I thought Shaq was that buddy guy. Shaq was afraid to talk about players and stuff like that. He'll make fun of them, but he won't be critical of their game. If you look at Charles Barkley will be critical of LeBron. He's going to be critical of this person and that person. And I feel like sometimes Shaq is like, oh, that's my buddy. Let me not say anything too bad about him.
And Barkley's willing to accept his criticism. When LeBron clapped back at him.
I mean, but
Barkley was like, I'm surprised he didn't say more.
Barkley also kept it basketball.
Yeah.
Exactly. LeBron went off into his personal.
And Shaq is doing the same with basketball.
And then keep it basketball. I mean, Charles Barkley's one of the greatest power forwards to play. He has over 25,000 points. He's a leading MVP. The only thing missing from his resume was the fact that he doesn't have a ring.
Yeah.
He lost. I mean, there's nothing wrong with saying he lost to one of the greatest athletes of all time. Michael Jordan. But
I just think I think Shaq has his points to expand his horizons when it comes to Shaq and the Fool. We've seen JaVale, like he's put it to a point we know JaVale, we know what it is.
JaVale McGee is Shaq and the Fool. Well, if it weren't for JaVale McGee, then because there's no more.
There's plenty. He did a couple episodes. He did a couple Shaq and the Fool segments where it was all Houston Rockets. It was all what they were doing. I mean, me being a Lakers fan, you can follow the Lakers around the season and you can plug out Shaq and the Fool moments every week. So
I mean, but JaVale McGee made this famous. There's a Shaq and the Fool awards at the end of the season where he gives out, awards for this. He had one at the All-Star break. JaVale McGee was in it for the All. He was at the halftime, at the All-Star break. It was like
I can understand. I can understand his anger, JaVale, because that stuff. And Steve Kerr, he went public with that. He was saying like, because of that Shaq and the Fool stuff, he had a little bit of skepticism about. Had a little skepticism about JaVale McGee when he entered, but then it was changed when he saw him, when he actually spent time with him on the court and practices and games. So, But hey, I gotta ask you, man, with your Thunder and stuff. Now those guys aren't fooling around. They made a big deal at the trade deadline. They got Taj Gibson, Doug McDermott. Unfortunately, they traded away Westbrook's dance partner, Cameron Payne. I used to love watching those guys do their, doing their, doing the little things and stuff.
I like that as well. I can agree with that.
What do you think about the Thunder post trade? Like, how you think they're faring when it comes to the playoff picture?
I mean, honestly, if I'm being really honest about it, I mean, it's plenty of people who follow me on Twitter who are, I'm like in that. I've been ingratiated into the Twitter family on the Thunder Twitter family. I feel like the trade was a good trade, but I also feel like they gotta basically, Billy Donovan, it's up to him to play these guys. Mm-hmm. Because Anthony Morrow was a guy who led the league in 3-point shooting at one point in time. Yeah. He didn't get enough play time. He didn't get a lot of playtime last year when they were battling the Warriors, and he would have been a major asset. So Doug McDermott has to be able to somehow fit in that rotation. He can't just be a guy that we go harbor on the bench. He just goes on the bench and you don't hear from him for 6-7 games because he doesn't fit in the rotation.
Yeah.
He's a 3-point shooter. And in the way the league is going down, you always can use 3-point shooters. You always can use somebody who can, open up the court. He's needed. Todd Gibson, I think Todd Gibson is he's a great player. He's a guy who is tough. He provides attitude, and he's not afraid to bang down low. He also basically has Westbrook's back because no one did when Zaza Pachulia knocked him down.
And you need the players to match Westbrook's attitude, and maybe in the beginning Westbrook didn't have that. He didn't have because it's going to go as Westbrook goes, and you need to have the attitude, the culture, the identity of that team. You need to have a match your best player. Now Westbrook's a different level in terms of energy and drive to be the best. Mm-hmm. But you're gonna have those tough, like Jordan. He had enough tough guys with him. He had enough guys with him to say, and even look at Shaq and Shaq, Kobe, their days, or even now, you have guys that match the personality of your best star, and you have guys who are saying like, we're gonna go against the grain with you.
Your best player can't be your toughest guy. And that's why Todd Gibson is there.
Exactly.
Todd Gibson is there because your best player can't be your tough guy.
Exactly.
And that goes with, Jordan had Charles Oakley.
The greatest can't be the goon too. So
right.
Yeah.
The greatest had, Jordan had Charles Oakley and he had Rodman.
Yeah.
If you want to be honest, the only person I'm gonna say that could have been a tough guy and the best player is Shaq. Because Shaq is just bigger than everybody. Yeah. He can be your tough guy and he can be your greatest player. And
with the exception of him.
Speaking on that, just for a quick second,
go ahead.
KD, Shaq did have skill. Shaq has tons of skill.
Watch that Magic video, man.
Yeah, just go back to watching him play in Orlando. Dude has skill. He gained some weight in LA and it brought him 3 titles. But Shaq definitely had skill. So think about that.
Gotta ask you, man. You're in LA. New age, new page with Magic Johnson. They got a GM that has no experience. He was an agent, but he has no front office experience. But Magic is there with all his basketball knowledge. The Lakers, I'm a little excited for them. I gotta see how they're gonna look because when you're a GM now, you're not only just you're not an agent anymore. You're not dealing with one player. You're dealing with an entire team, roster. How do you see the Lakers moving forward with what's going on here in the front office?
I think the one thing I look at is when you look at these guys in these GM these front end office positions, you need someone who knows basketball.
Yeah.
You need someone who knows talent.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson knows basketball. He knows talent. I don't know how the guy. I think his name is Ron Polanski or something like that.
Yeah. Rob Pelinka.
Yeah. He's an agent. Yeah, he knows how to manage guys. He knows how to. If you look at it, what do Asians do? They basically are like, not whipping boys, but they wait for their player to call and they give him whatever he needs. You got to basically be able to sell guys on coming to play in LA. And that's remember, LA used to get a destination for anybody who want to come play. Come play with Kobe. Come play with Shaq. Now no one wants to come here.
Yeah.
No one wants to come here because they possibly Jim Buss.
It is definitely Jim Buss.
Possibly Mitch Kupchak.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm not a Laker fan, but the Lakers fared really well when Jerry West was here. They have
a son in the front office, and he was definitely my pick for the GM role to take over. But
I feel like if you're going to go about it that way, the recruiting for new Lakers begins now.
Yeah.
How can these guys, watching these guys win, watching these guys play? Because if you want to go off and get them another play, if you want to go recruit Paul George, you got to have a reason for Paul George to come play. It's not D'Angelo Russell. So I would look as a new GM. I would look to get rid of D'Angelo Russell because I just personally feel that he's actually reached the ceiling. He's a scoring point guard who doesn't really get the ball out much. In turn, he has a high turnover rate.
I pick up the phone. I'll make a call. I say, hey, you need to fall for Alonzo Ball. That's just my opinion.
Alonzo Ball would be a good move. He would be a good move because he set guys up.
That's a top 3 pick. But hey, we're gonna, on the topic of Alonzo Ball, we're gonna talk a little bit about his brother, who had a little embarrassing incident in a playoff game, and more to come when we got By Felicia, what you want, what you need. Some By Felicia coming soon. And just stay tuned. Views from the 2, we're rocking. Jason's in the house. Philly strong. We're here. Views from the 2. We'll be right back with By Felicia.
By Felicia.
Welcome back to Views from the 2. It's what you want. It's what you need. Now, JaVale can run his mouth about Shaq and the Fool, but nobody's going to run their mouth about By Felicia, because By Felicia brings it every time, just like Shaq and the Fool will. But we aren't going to have no haters on this segment. So I got Jason in the house. Hey, man, we got to talk about Jameis Winston for a second, man. I don't think he's not going to be allowed in any elementary schools moving forward.
He shouldn't be allowed in anybody's seafood section either.
Yeah, he's got some explaining to do, man. He apparently he was at elementary school speaking for kids and stuff, and told all the boys in the room to stand up and all the girls to sit down. And he's telling these boys, hey boys, you gotta be strong, you gotta be tough. That's the way you gotta be as men. And then he's talking to these girls. You girls are supposed to be gentle, silent, and you're supposed to be quiet. Very poor choice of words when you got the soccer moms running the whole shindig. So, and then he, later on he said I had a poor choice of words, but this guy, he seems to say poor choice of words every month. So
he had too many crab legs on the brain. just first off, shout out to Black Twitter, because Black Twitter destroyed this dude. I think it was Friday. Black Twitter utterly destroyed this guy, because how can you say that? In the midst of the height of feminism is at its all-time high right now, and you're going to sit here and tell these young ladies to sit down and be silent? Nah, I'm pretty sure you might have wanted to reverse that one and tell the young ladies to stand up and be loud and be heard. Mm-hmm. Have them, understand their voice, understand, their place in life isn't just beside, but it's leading as well. And for you to basically tell them to sit down and be silent, that, not just only that a poor choice of words, but I think sometimes that some of these guys should write things out that when they go in front of people, they should write it out and let their publicists look at it, or their PR man or woman look at it, and let them read over it. Because there's some time I can cross that, no, that's not good. We're not going to say that. You know what? Just give me this and let me write this for you. Because that was foolish of him. I feel like that's a slap in the face of his mother, of his sister, or his aunts, his grandmother, any woman in his life, possible girlfriend or wife, to be able to tell them that you have to sit down and be quiet, be docile. No, you don't want to say that. That's horrible. So
he's gonna be, he's gonna be having to sit down with Oprah and Dr. Phil for the wrong reasons. I'll tell you that. But from one crazy situation to another, he's just a kid. He put up an historic performance all the way in Chino Hills, but it's all for naught because Big Daddy Ball is just put these kids, LaMelo Ball, Lonzo Ball. I forgot the other ball name.
Let's call him L.
Yeah, L balls. The L balls. No pun intended. LaMelo Ball got crossed over sick in a game against Long Beach Poly. Now, players get crossed over all the time, but because it's LaMelo Ball, because it's his dad running his mouth saying, "Oh, my kid's better than Steph Curry. This kid's gonna be better than Jason Kidd," or do all this stuff. I mean, Dad, you're burying your kids before they even rise to the top. Jason, what can you make of this, man? You saw that crossover, man. It's like you can feel like his dad got crossed over. Everybody got crossed over. Like his dad is such a loudmouth that anything that happens to these kids is gonna get scrutinized. They're gonna get the LeBron James scope. So, I mean, your take, man.
He needs to shut up. They already have sources out there that say teams don't want to touch this kid. You got teams out there saying they don't want to draft him. What do you call
Lonzo Ball. Yeah.
Right, Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
You got teams out here saying they don't want to touch him when the draft comes. And March Madness hasn't begun yet. So, this kid his father's digging him a grave that they're both going to lie in. Because if his father's going to do that for the first son, imagine what he's going to do for the next two that come along. So he's basically going to get His father reminds me of the boxer Danny Garcia's dad.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Philly.
Yeah.
Shout out South Philly. But Danny Garcia's dad used to shut up and let his kid fight.
Yeah.
LeVar Ball needs to shut up and let his kid hoop, because right now you're not doing him any favors. Better yet, you're putting that spotlight on him, and it's so bright right now. He plays for UCLA. You know, you got a kid playing for Chino Hills, who personally, if I were playing and the kid tries to drop 92 on me, I'm going to literally go with a Macho Man Randy Savage clothesline at half court, and we're going to have to fight, because you're not going to go get 92 points and not going to play defense.
Yeah.
You know, that part of it is just like, that's crazy talk. You know, I'm all for AAU, or I'm not sure if I heard Kevin Garnett say it, call them the AAU babies. I'm all for AAU. I love AAU. But, I mean, dude, if it's that serious, if it's that real, you know, personally, I feel like that was, I don't want to call it a disgrace, because the other teams should stop them as well. You know, you got to stop them.
Oh, I know Jim Buss was front and center for LaMelo Ball, and probably said before he got let go, I would take LaMelo Ball number 1 overall in the draft and whatnot. But, you know, we got to get into, you know, we've had our kicks today about, you know, different things going on today, but Draymond Green continues to have his kicks. He kicked another guy. He had a little bit of a low blow towards Paul Pierce about his little reunion tour or whatever he's talking about. And, you know, Draymond Green doesn't touch Paul Pierce in terms of legacy right now. He kicked Blake Griffin. And it was blatant. And it's like, come on, league. Do something about the Karate Kid Green, and his martial. Like, this guy should just go, like, he should double as an MMA guy, or go and be in the WWE and go wrestle, you know, Brock Lesnar or some, you know, guys, because you kick so damn much. Like, why don't you go kick somewhere else, man? Because, you know, them brothers, you keep kicking them, you know, they'll kick back.
He's like a rock'em sock'em robot, except he doesn't.
Oh yeah,
he kicks. Like, he just kicks. He literally just kicks, and he just literally is. First off, I mean, I personally feel like those guys are, you know, all NBA players are great. You know, they're world-class athletes. But if we're going to really start off, Draymond Green wasn't an all-star. He's an all-star because he plays on the best team. Draymond Green will be happy if he gets 15,000 points. Paul Pierce is a Hall of Famer. He has a ring. He's a Finals MVP. He scored well over 25,000 points. Yeah, he's retiring. That's cool. But what are you doing? You know, what are you doing talking about this guy? I mean, he ain't Kobe. We all know he's not Kobe. You know, he actually beat Kobe for a ring one year. So, you know, but Draymond Green, you got your ring. Just go sit down or shut up before someone like lays a hammer on you and really hurts you.
Great player, very dangerous. I'm you know, I'm protecting the jewels. I'm playing against that guy, man. It's just, that guy's he's got some dangerous feet, man.
Protect him with crab legs.
Yeah. But hey, man, it was great to have you here, man.
Appreciate it.
You're the first Packers fan we've had on here. I gotta pick your brain, man. You know, Aaron Rodgers is one of the best. He needs some help, but you know, defense is something to look at, because you know, they let him down the stretch against the Falcons. Where do you go? Where do you think the Packers go in the draft, real quick, man?
I personally would like to pick up a corner. That's my personal opinion. Pick up a corner because Julio Jones. Well, then again, Julio Jones does this to anybody in the league. I owned him in my fantasy team this year. Won the championship. He literally ran for. He caught for, I think, 13 for 300. So I was loving him. Yeah. But you gotta go get a corner. You gotta get a corner, or possibly get some pressure. Somebody to pressure off the end, left or right end. Or we could even go in the position of getting a tackle, because we got to protect the guy. You know, no pun intended, protect the jewels. Yeah. You know, we got to go get someone who can possibly run the ball, because we weren't able to run the ball. I'd love for the guys to re-sign Eddie Lacy. I love Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy's a bruiser. You don't find backs like that around who can run and who can basically take a hit and catch out the backfield. So I'd like the person, if I had to go one way, I'd go corner. I'd go defense first. Give Dom Capers a reason, give him some help.
Yeah, it was a mashing in that secondary, man.
I'm not gonna say that's not the reason we beat Atlanta, because we just literally we were outmanned. Yeah. Because, you know, everyone was hurt. But yeah, we need some defensive help.
Aaron Rodgers ran a 4.6, not a 4.7. Speaking on that half of Mr. Rodgers, so hey, Jason. Good to have you, bro.
Appreciate it.
Man, you got to come back sometime soon, man. We got so much more to talk about. Thank you guys for being here for Views for the Two. Another one done. Bye, Felicia, with success. Philly strong. Give it up for Jason here. Philly strong. Stay tuned. Hey,
Wait, man, one more thing.
what?
We got to talk about Nicki Minaj.
Oh,
Nicki Minaj.
oh man. Yeah, you know, bye, Felicia to Nicki Minaj. She is Felicia now. You know, she Remy Ma straight turned her into Felicia, man.
I'm a reserve judgment for it because I want to hear her. I want to hear Nicki Minaj's comeback. So she has like 48 hours. She had 48 hours as of last night. So she had like 24 hours. If she doesn't respond by Monday with something, you know, just hang up your career, you know, turn in your butt shots and just go ahead and back the Queens and chill out.
Yeah, take Jim Buss with you. You know, ding dong, Jim Buss is gone. Ding dong, Jim Buss is gone. He's out of here. Yeah, George is dancing back there. Hey, and stay tuned for Raw Sports as well, man. They got some stuff to say about that, but hey, man, it's been a beautiful time. It's been a great time, bro, and we got to have you back. Views for the Two is signing out. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll be right back at you like that.